So today's video is a requested one. I had a comment from a recent video asking if I could do if I was to start my capsule wardrobe from scratch, but also make it season specific as well. So I've been compiling a list of all of the clothes and accessories, etc. that I would buy if I was to start my capsule wardrobe from scratch. And I was trying to think the best way to structure it, whether to go through year-round items and then go through the items I would buy for spring or for summer, or maybe structure it for all of the bottoms I would buy, all of the tops I would buy, etc. And I think that's the way I'm going to do it. That seemed to be the clearest way when I was compiling my list, and I have my list here on my phone, so I am going to keep looking down at that. So I'm going to talk through the clothes, the accessories, etc. that I would buy if I was to start my capsule wardrobe from scratch, and I'm going to structure it with tops, bottoms, coats, etc. So if we start off with bottoms then, so the clothing pieces that I would buy for the bottom half of my body. So a year-round item that I would buy would be a pair of jeans. Absolute classic piece of clothing to have in most people's wardrobes. I would go for a pair of high-waisted jeans. I like a high-waisted jean, do not like a low-rise one on me. And with a mid-rise, what I find that I do is that I try and pull it up a little bit. So high-rise is better for me. And I would go for either like a wide leg or a boot cut or a flare. Something that has a bit of volume, goes out a bit towards my calves, towards my feet, just to help to balance the shape of my body. So I wouldn't go for skinny, I wouldn't go for straight, I wouldn't go for slim or anything like mum jeans, dad jeans. I would go for something that has a bit of volume at the foot. And I would also go for these as well in an autumn wash. So something muted and something slightly dark. So I wouldn't go for like a light bright denim colour, and I also wouldn't go for like a darker black colour, and I wouldn't want any distressing at all on my jeans. That is too fussy for me as a natural classic. I would just want a pair of high waisted boot cut, flare, wide leg, whatever it would be, slightly dark wash jeans. So next pair of trousers would be a pair of high-waisted, wide leg, fairly smart, so like tailored dark brown trousers, and these would be for my autumn and my winter capsule wardrobe. And I think the pair that I would buy, because I love them so much and I've worn them quite a lot recently, are my Abercrombie Sloane trousers. These are really popular trousers, and I can totally see why, because they are very flattering and they're really comfortable, and on me I found them true to size as well. And this dark brown shade is a great autumnal dark brown shade, and I like to go for darker neutrals for the autumn and winter months, so I would wear these in the autumn and winter. And then for spring and summer, I would kind of flip that and go for a very similar pair of trousers. So again, high-waisted, wide-leg tailored trousers, but in a light cream. So not a bright cream, because that would be a spring colour. It would be a muted, warm, off-white ecru, a muted cream colour, because I like to go for brighter, lighter neutrals in the spring and summer months. And both of these pairs of trousers actually would need to have space to put a belt on. And these cream trousers would probably be the ones that I have from Uniqlo, because they are absolutely brilliant. So I think that would be it for trousers. As much as I am a trouser person, if we're talking about capsule wardrobe, so key pieces of clothing, I think that would kind of be all I'd really need. I'm not really bothered about having like a pair of cream jeans. I think one pair of jeans, dark tailored trousers, light tailored trousers would be enough for me. So if we move on to skirts, now I'm not really much of a skirt person, but I do quite like having a couple of options within my wardrobe. So a year-round option for a skirt would be a pencil skirt. I have 3 pencil type skirts from Kettlewell that are ruched, super comfortable, really flattering, great for, they are good for work because they're slightly dressy, but they're also quite nice for like evenings out if I want to kind of like accentuate my figure a little bit more, because they are kind of like quite close fitting, like pencil skirts typically are. And I think I would probably get these again from Kettlewell, to be honest, because they are really comfortable, and it's great that I can get them in my autumn colours as well. In terms of a colour, for a year-round colour, I think I would go for a very versatile neutral, so maybe my autumnal navy colour. I think that would be a nice, safe year-round colour. And then for the spring and the autumn months, I would like to get a midi length skirt that is slightly flowing, slightly A-line. And I do have a leopard print one from H&M that I really love. Leopard print is a great way for me to have a bit of pattern within my wardrobe. I'm very plain with my pieces. I like plain block colours. But if I do like to go for a pattern, it will be either a stripe or a leopard print. So this would be a great way to get a bit of pattern in my wardrobe, but still a great kind of neutral as well, and a great autumn colour. So I think I would like to get something very similar to that H&M skirt that I have, or keep that skirt. I wouldn't go for a skirt for the summer months. I'm not really a skirt person for summer. I'm more of a shorts person. So speaking of which, I would like to get a pair of linen shorts for the summer months. Again, this would be in a good neutral shade, so maybe a nice camel I think would be a really great neutral shade. This would have to be high-waisted again, and maybe like a drawstring waist, something I can tie to kind of cinch in my waist a little bit more, and slightly, not so much flared, but they don't sort of like hug my thighs. They do kind of like have a bit of a relaxed material. So I think these shorts would be very sort of like natural in their appearance, but still have structure to make them classic. And then also for the summer months, this is the last item for the bottoms, would be a pair of linen trousers. I have never owned linen trousers. I've owned linen shorts, shirts, dresses. I do have a linen skirt as well, actually, a long linen skirt, but I've never owned a pair of linen trousers. And this was actually a suggestion that quite a few of you made in a previous fashion video when I was talking about my struggles with dressing for summer. So linen trousers I think would be a great option. Not sure of colour. I think maybe not camel, because I think the shorts would be camel. Maybe like a khaki or like a sage green perhaps. I think that would be really nice, but also still quite versatile. And they would need to be in a similar structure to the tailored trousers, so still slightly tailored in their appearance, high-waisted, either space for a belt, but if they're linen, I'm assuming you wouldn't really wear a belt with linen trousers. They would have to instead have like a drawstring tie waist, and again, wide leg. So I think that's all I need for bottoms. So a pair of jeans, 2 tailored trousers, linen trousers, pencil skirt, midi flowy skirt, and a pair of linen shorts. I think that would be all I would need for the bottom half. So if we go into tops then, and I've tried to structure this in terms of like smaller pieces of clothing through to like thicker, chunkier knits. Starting off with a couple of options for the summer months. Actually both of these are again suggestions that you guys made in my summer capsule review video. I'm pretty sure it was that video. The first one is a V-neck tank top, but in linen. So linen, great for the summer months, breathable, very natural material, so that really suits the natural as part of my natural classic clothing personality. And V-neck, I really like a V-neck on myself. Not really appropriate for the autumn and winter months because I'm a very, very cold person, so it is quite cold today actually. I woke up and the temperature had really plummeted. If I had this jumper in a V-neck, I would be quite cold here, but for the summer months, V-neck is perfect, and I do find it quite flattering. So a linen V-neck tank. Now for the tops are where I feel like I can go for accent colours. So for this V-neck tank, maybe something like a coral. I think a coral, autumn coral, would be a great colour for the summer months. And then another suggestion is a halter neck tank top. And again, this would be quite nice in an autumn colour for the summer. So maybe like an apricot colour or a yellow ochre, a grass green would be really nice as well. So that would be another option for the summer months. Getting slightly more coverage, I suppose, in my tops would be something that I would wear in both spring and summer, and these would be V-neck t-shirts. Again, maybe in like a linen or in a cotton, and I do have a couple of V-neck tops already from Kettlewell. I've got one in like a kingfisher blue, lovely, would never have worn that colour before getting my colours done, and then in a beautiful grass green, a really rich grass green. And I love that colour, and I really love wearing green as well. I think it's one of my best colours. So maybe a green in that potentially, but again it would need to be v-neck, flattering cut on me and short sleeves, but I would only wear this type of t-shirt in the spring and summer. I haven't included any t-shirts like this as part of my autumn capsule wardrobe, and definitely not in my winter capsule wardrobe, so that would just be for spring and summer. Next, getting longer again for the sleeve length, would be a 3/4 length top that I would wear in spring and autumn, and I have got a few 3/4 length sleeve tops in my autumn capsule wardrobe. Now with this, because it's spring and autumn, I don't think I would go v-neck, I think I would go crew neck, because spring and autumn can be chilly. In terms of colour, this would probably be best being a neutral colour, so maybe a colour like this, a camel, or maybe going slightly darker to like a tan or a chestnut. I think that would be quite nice as well, or maybe even something like a sage green again, or an olive green. That would be really quite lovely. Getting longer again, the next piece of clothing would be a long sleeved top, and this would be for autumn or winter, autumn and winter actually, because once we get into winter I do not wear my 3/4 length sleeves. I fully wear my full length sleeves because I get really cold hands. Now this, I'm open to patterns with this. It could be a neutral like this colour, but it would be nice to have a pattern in a top. So this could be a Breton, I really do love wearing a Breton, or it could be a leopard print again. But again, it just needs to be something very versatile that I can wear with a lot of the bottoms on my list. I would also include as well a shirt, and this would be predominantly a cotton shirt. If it was a linen shirt, I think I would only wear it in summer, but if it's cotton, that could be spring, summer and autumn, and I think that this would need to be in a warm neutral, so like this colour, or like my Cézanne one. I can never remember if it's the Max shirt or if it's a different style shirt, but that is a cream base with kind of colours like this, a striped one. That one is lovely, really love that one. And having a shirt in my capsule wardrobe really helps to like dress down a piece for the summer, but I can also dress up pieces as well for a more like formal setting, for a work meeting perhaps. I can wear it with my wide leg trousers. Oh, I did actually include a linen shirt on my list, so I would have a linen shirt for the summer months, but I think I wouldn't go for a full length sleeved linen shirt. I think I might go for like a loose capped sleeve, or like halfway down my arm sleeve, because that was another suggestion that you guys made as well, like a matching sort of linen set. And I think that would be really nice, having like a v-neck one buttoned up, maybe a little bit of collars, just something with a little bit of like intricate, delicate, pretty details. I think that would be quite nice, but obviously still keeping it natural classic and not going into like gamine territory. Okay, then moving into like jumpers and cardigans, things like that. So for autumn and winter, I think I would like to have this, a thin knit, long sleeved camel top, camel jumper, because I wear this a lot in the autumn and in the winter. This is from Uniqlo, definitely got on my use out of it, love the colour, super comfortable, and it's in 100% wool, I do believe, so I would like to have something very similar, if not this exact one. And then also for the autumn and winter, I would like to go for a turtleneck. Really do like a turtleneck. I have a dark brown one from Uniqlo, and again I would either like it to be in wool or maybe even cashmere if the budget allows, and if I find a really beautiful cashmere piece. But a turtleneck I really love, especially in the winter months. So I said that I wanted a thin knit jumper, but I think it would also be good as well when the weather gets even colder to have a chunkier knit jumper. Not chunky, because what I tend to find with a chunky knit jumper is that I lose my figure, and waist definition in my outfits is really key, it's really important. So I am actually on a casual lookout for a chunky knit. So if you have any in mind that would suit my colouring and my clothing personality, please do let me know. Haven't had much success yet in what I've been browsing at online, but that would be really great for the autumn and winter months, because I can layer a thermal underneath it. When it gets colder, I can't really layer a thermal under this, so something chunkier would be a really good option for the autumn and winter months. And then for autumn, winter and spring, I would like to have in my capsule wardrobe a chunky cardigan. In a previous video I wore my, I think in my wardrobe update video actually, I wore my chunky cream jumper and cardigan rather, and I love that. That is what I chuck on over the top of most things that I'm wearing if I get cold, and that's a really lovely piece as well. It helps to add a bit of like a natural vibe to an outfit. So I think that is all that I would need for my tops. Onto dresses. Now I would only need a couple of dresses, I think, because I'm not really much of a dress person. So for more of an event, so like an evening out, a meal out, something where I want to get dressed up a little bit but look quite kind of like feminine and girly, I would like a V-neck wrap dress that is midi in length and is probably 3/4 length sleeves or cap sleeves or to my elbows. And this, I would like this to be in a wow colour, so maybe like a mustard or an olive green or a rust red, something that I can chuck on and wear to dinner, and that would be a year-round option. And then for the summer, because summer is really the only season where I would wear a dress, it would be a V-neck again, really like a V-neck, especially for the summer, linen dress. And I do have a linen dress from Grey Cove that I really love, beautiful autumnal red, and it's basically how I described the previous dress that I would wear for evenings out, meals out, but this is in obviously a linen material, so a lot more relaxed and great for the summer months, but really, really flattering. I love that dress, and that would just purely be for the summer. I don't wear dresses in spring, autumn or winter, despite me actually just recently buying a knitted dress. But I'm not sure if I would need a knitted dress as part of my capsule wardrobe. Maybe, potentially. Let's include it, why not? So a knitted dress for the autumn and winter. Okay, on to jackets. Now I only feel like I need 4 jackets. I work from home, so on a daily basis I'm not leaving the flat every day, so I don't feel like I need lots of jackets or lots of coats to cater for lots of different occasions. I think just having 4, so I'm covered for all 4 seasons of the year, I think should be enough. So for spring, summer and autumn, something that I can put on over the top of that dress for the meals out, something to smarten up an outfit a little bit, would be a camel blazer. So colour similar to this, probably wouldn't go darker than this, but it would have to be a structured classic fit blazer, not oversized, not really long. I'm not really into that style on myself. I like something a little bit more tailored, a little bit more classic in fit. For the summer, more of a relaxed jacket, so maybe like a denim jacket. I do have a green jacket that I got from White Stuff, I think. That's very relaxed, that's very natural in both sort of like texture and appearance. So I think something like that for the summer months, nothing thick and heavy, just to kind of take the chill off a little bit in the evening perhaps, or if we're moving towards like the autumn end of summer. For the spring and for the autumn months, a trench coat would be a good option, and I love my trench coat that I got secondhand. It's originally from River Island. It's a lovely camel but lighter than this, maybe like a beige actually, and it's got tortoise shell effect buttons, and it's really lovely structured, so it's very natural classic, and I think it's so beautiful. I really love that trench coat, so that would be an absolute must have in my capsule wardrobe. And then for the winter months would be a wool coat, and I have a wool coat from COS. Love that. It's got a wrap tie waist, slightly oversized feel to it, but because of that tie waist I can cinch in my waist, so love that option. That would be an essential for my winter wardrobe, and I'd have to make sure it's made from wool as well. Would need to spend a bit more money to get wool, but this is something that once I've bought I won't be needing to buy another one or to replace it for years and years and years, and it keeps me warm. Okay, so that's it in terms of like the clothing. I think that would be all I would need for a capsule wardrobe. So if we go on to shoes then, and I think 6 pairs of shoes would be enough to cover all of my bases and all of the seasons. So for the summer I would need a pair of sandals, and I think I would like a kind of a, am I saying this right, like a cork effect, so like a sort of like warm oak effect, but like with tan sort of like detailing. That would be very nice, and very like warm colours, little bit of a heel so it's comfortable for everyday wear. For the spring and for the autumn, pair of loafers would be great. So again, warm colours, a camel, a tan, gold buckle detailing, but not a black base to it. I would want like a warm wood coloured, ochre coloured base to the shoes. A year-round shoe, without a doubt, would be a pair of trainers. Love my mustard star trainers from Cala. They're super, super comfortable. And also a pair of shoes that I can dress up and dress down. Obviously wouldn't be really dressy because they are still trainers at the end of the day, but they are versatile, so that would be my year-round shoes. As it would be a pair of kitten heels. I've also got a pair from Cala, and I like to wear these when I go out for dinner because it gives me a little bit of a fancy look to my shoes, but really, really comfortable and nothing too high in terms of the heels. Next would be a pair of ankle boots for the autumn and winter months, and these would have to be in a warm brown. Maybe not as dark as an autumn dark brown, maybe something along the lines of a tan. Similar colour to this, but slightly darker, I would say, and I would want them to be really, really plain. Maybe just a little bit of a buckle or a little bit of a zip. I wouldn't want a load of detailing, so I wouldn't want like lots of studs on the boots, for example. I would want them to be relatively plain and just, again, a slight heel. And then another option for the autumn and winter months would be a pair of knee-high boots, and again they would have to be slight heel to make them comfortable for everyday wear, but not completely flat. And again, like a tan colour or a camel colour, maybe a dark brown. And then if we finish off with accessories. Now I don't often do accessories when it comes to doing my capsule wardrobes. I might include like a belt or a scarf or something, but I have got some jewellery options on here. So for autumn and winter, we'd definitely need gloves, hat and scarf in wool or in cashmere. I do have a merino wool hoodie in a navy colour from Kettlewell, love that. And then I have a matching cashmere scarf and gloves from the White Company. I think they're a very light, warm, slightly mottled effect cream colour, but a muted cream and cashmere, so they are super, super warm, and these would be an absolute essential. And then I would like two belts, a wide belt, so my Cézanne Taylor belt would be the option that I would go for, and then also the Arquette horse bit buckle belts that I recently bought, that was in my wardrobe update video. Those would be my two options. So I have a wider belt and a thin belt. So the wider belt would be good for my jeans and for my wide leg trousers, but the thinner belt would be better for dresses or for skirts. And it's slightly fancier, slightly more delicate and intricate than the Cézanne one. So I have a dressed up belt and a dressed down belt. And then lastly would be jewellery. This would be all in gold, warm gold, yellow gold, because that suits my autumn season. I would like a pair of hoops, not little huggies, but not really big hoops. I don't know why I'm doing that, I don't have hoops in. But maybe that kind of drop, a drop that's comfortable for everyday wear, but I can also dress up as well. A pair of pearl studs would be lovely as well, very classic, very dainty, very pretty. And then gold rings. I do like stacker rings, so maybe some stacker rings, and then a few options for gold layering necklaces. So maybe like a shorter 16-inch chain, perhaps an 18 and a 20 to get that kind of layering effect. And then a gold bracelet or two. I'm not big on wearing bracelets, but I do like to sometimes have the option. I do have an amber one on today, but something slightly more delicate, but a couple of them to get a medium scale effect would be a good option. And there we go, those are all the items that I would have in my capsule wardrobe if I was to start from scratch, and then I've broken it down what I would want per season. So hopefully you found that really interesting or useful. Please let me know what would be the essentials within your wardrobe and for the seasons as well, but I hope you did like it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you again very, very soon for my next one. Bye.